Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. The first topic that we are going to talk about is, you guessed it, is the WNBA. Over the weekend, the WNBA had its All-Star Weekend, something I did not know that they even had. I wanted to make sure it wasn't the very first one they had. Obviously, they had one last year, and maybe they had one the year before that. I don't know. I never even knew they even had an All-Star Weekend. And it was in Indianapolis, Indiana. And if I'm not sure, I don't know if they had it at the Indiana Fever Arena or the Indianapolis, the Indiana Pacers Arena. That I did not get no information on, but I want to say that they did have it in the Indiana Pacers Arena in Indianapolis, Indiana. And of course, it's not the WNBA with some type of political aspect involved in it. We all know that the WNBA is having some revenue issues, and the players are demanding higher pay. When you got a lot of the players, and mainly some of the big players, in Caitlin Clark, if I'm not mistaken, only making $78,000. The pay disparity in the WNBA has been a huge problem, and a lot of people have been speaking out about it over the last couple of days. And the WNBA players did this by wearing some t-shirts during the last day of WNBA All-Star Weekend. And as it says in the lower third I have, it stated, "Pay us what you owe us. Be careful what you wish for." Now let's go to the article that was written up by the Associated Press. The WNBA All-Stars wanted to send a clear message to the league on the game's brightest stage. All of the players on Team Clark and Team Collier warmed up for Saturday's night's WNBA All-Star, so it was Saturday night, in shirts that read, "Pay us what you owe us. We get a very tiny percentage of all the money that's made through the WNBA, which obviously is made through the entertainment we provide," said Nafisa Collier on the decision to wear the shirt. "So we want a fair, reasonable percentage of that." The idea was hatched Saturday morning at a players' meeting. The demonstration comes after the players and the league failed to reach a new collective bargaining agreement at an in-person meeting Thursday. The league's players opted out of their latest CBA in October and are looking for a better revenue sharing model, increased salaries, improved benefits, and a softer salary cap. So guys, let's just get to the bottom line. Okay. There are some problems with this, and there are some details behind the scenes. The major problem for the WNBA when it comes to paying their players is number one, and most people do know this. At the moment, they have not, in the 30 years or 28 years exactly, that they have been established, they've never turned a profit. They've never made any revenue. In a league that's not made any revenue, how do you expect them to pay you NBA type money? At the moment, the NBA just signed a huge collective bargaining agreement. A huge TV deal. They bring in a crap ton of revenue. And at the moment, their share, the players get 50% of the NBA share in their revenue. For the WNBA, which is shockingly interesting, the WNBA players only get 9.3% of the revenue made in the WNBA. And in their current bargaining agreement, I want to say their CBA right now, revenue shares, is only around $90 million. But coming into next year, they're looking at signing an agreement for a TV deal that is worth up to $226 million, roughly, if I'm not mistaken. It's around the 220, 230 million yard mark. That is going to be huge in order for you to get paid that money. But at the moment, as currently constructed, the WNBA can't pay you what you want. They can't pay you what they owe you because they're not making revenue. As of just last year, the WNBA lost $40 million. $40 million. And the WNBA is not going to back pay you, because I do believe in the next couple of years, the WNBA might see their first profit. All thanks to the next Michael Jordan for the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. She is going to be the main reason why the WNBA will even be considered to be able to turn a profit, because of the light that she has brought to their game and all the media attention that she has brought. The amount of people that go to their games. We've seen the countless amount of stories that have came out about the WNBA over just this season, where the WNBA saw a massive drop in their ratings when Caitlin Clark was injured. I want to say it was over 50%. Not many people are going to the game. Not many people were going to the games. If I'm not mistaken, not many people currently are going to the games unless Caitlin Clark is present. But I do know in the potential future, there is a chance to where the WNBA is finally going to turn a profit, and where they can get into discussions with the WNBA Players Association, with the president of the WNBA, and advocate for more money instead of the 9.3% that they're making. Let's get that 9.3. Let's get it up to maybe 20%, 25%. You're not going to get 50% of what like the NBA players are getting. Okay. The NBA player is a far better product. It has a wider fan base. TV ratings are way better. The athletes are way better. It is better in every single aspect. The NBA has subsidized the WNBA for the last couple of years to even keep it afloat. But thanks to Caitlin Clark, you girls are in a position to be able to hopefully make you about six figures. Maybe we get a WNBA player that's going to make their first $1 million contract. If I'm not mistaken, I don't even think they've had a WNBA player have a $1 million contract. And I want to look it up just to make sure I am correct here, because I want to make sure that I'm not telling you guys a lie. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think one WNBA player has ever had a $1 million contract. And I think I'm correct. Right now, the highest paid player is making $725,000. And that is Enrique Agunbuale. It's the girl from ESPN. Her sister plays. So, yeah, there has not been a WNBA player that's had a $1 million contract. So, when they get this new CBA deal done, and instead of getting a $90 million TV deal that they have and get the $230 million TV deal that they are going to get, and it's going to feature more outlets than just ESPN. Because right now, if I'm not mistaken, I think ESPN is the only outlet that airs these games. For basketball, they signed a new TBA deal. They're going to get NBC's going to do the games now instead of Turner TV. And they're still going to have ESPN. So there you go. Right now, the WNBA is only getting aired by ESPN. And not many games are getting aired by ESPN. Only Caitlin Clark featured games and some other games here or there. I'm on TV multiple times a week, specifically at night, looking for sports to watch. I don't see WNBA games getting aired that much. And the women have to understand this. You cannot get paid unless people watch your game. The fans, the consumers of the product are how you get paid. At the moment, not a lot of people are watching you enough in order for you to get paid what you want to get paid. Not many people are watching you like they are in the NBA, like they are in the NFL, like they are in Major League Baseball. I can argue it will never get as big as those three leagues. Professionally, college basketball for women gets a huge turnout, but it's college. One can argue, and even on the men's side of things, college basketball, it can pull about maybe more or just on par with the TV ratings that the NBA makes, specifically come time in March Madness. But in order to pay you what they owe you, they got to make money first. The people, the head honchos for the WNBA, she has to make money first. I don't know the ladies who's currently the commissioner for the WNBA. She's got to make them some money first before she can pay you guys. Look, I don't want the girls to get ahead of themselves. I can go on a long rant here about how these girls have been treating Caitlin Clark, the golden egg, the golden goose that people like to refer her as, how people are really not accepting her, not accepting the type of attention she's bringing, being jealous, and being pretty much naive of the reason why that their league is on the rise, so to speak, that they are. And it's only because of her. And these girls are jealous when you get to the Angel Reeses and Kelsey Plums and Asia Wilson, and the list goes on and on. All these past year and a half of all these interviews they've had, and saying, no, it ain't because of Caitlin Clark, it's because of everybody else. You know, I can get on that. That's a different discussion for a different day. Okay, specifically for this conversation. These girls have to understand it's more than just paying you what you want. There's business behind the scenes that goes on. And they have to make revenue in order to pay you what you want. So, in summary, maybe in the future, maybe after next year when they can get this CBA done. But at the moment, that you cannot get paid what you owe. Because at the moment, the WNBA is not making enough profit. But if you want to have a brighter future, you need to start embracing Caitlin Clark. You need to start embracing the attention that she's brought to your game instead of wanting to resent her. We've seen, again, the ratings drop when she's not present. We've seen the idiotic move that Team USA did by not putting her on Team USA. So we need to continue to ride that in order for you girls to get paid. Because I believe y'all should get over $1 million easily. I don't see a reason why we have players in this league at the moment who are not getting paid over $1 million. Even Aja Wilson, considered the best player right now as we speak. She's tied 14th in contracts right now. She's only getting paid $400,000. Granted, with her and Caitlin Clark, they got plenty of endorsements, plenty of advertisements where it gets them over the $1 million mark, just as their personal salaries outside of the WNBA. But still, we want to get these ladies at the $1 million mark. But they're not doing themselves any favors. That's the main issue. But what do you guys think? Do you think the WNBA should get their first $1 million contract? What do you think of the action that they pulled over the All-Star weekend with their political status of pay us what you owe us? There's a lot of underlying features, ladies, that goes into that. I want to know all of your comments down below.